This is Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How are you? I am something. I am something. What? I haven't quite pinpointed it. It's been a crazy week. Real hectic, running around from one side of town to the other. And I am just dang on tired. That's what I am. Thank God I have a very light day today because I need it. But I listen to a lot of people talk, and oh my God, power of the words. So that's what I want to talk about today. Before that, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new to my channel. No, that would be so awesome. Power of the words. Let's kick it off with money, because that's the one I hear a lot. You know what? I don't have any money. I am broke. I'm barely making it. I'm scraping to get by. I'm check to check. All of those words are, and please don't say that. Even if you feel it's true, do not say that. I, for years, spoke like that. I guess in my 30s, I did okay. Now, I've learned more about money over these last 20 years. I never want to get on this channel and make you all think I'm some millionaire and all of that. No, I'm not. I'm still learning more about money. The older I get, I know the seriousness of having self-control. One thing I try to really live by is paying my bills on time and making sure my credit is, decent, where I can get things when I want to get them, or travel and all that other stuff. Now, one of the secrets to money, if you want to really do good, you live off cash. Have good credit. I'll say always do that. But if you could pay cash for everything, now we talking. So we live in a society now where people want to brag about their house. I got a 5-bedroom house and I'm driving this kind of car. It's kind of not impressive if your mortgage is real high. To me, it's not impressive if you live in Chicago and you got to pay that gas bill November through March. Hey, it gets cold here. So if you got a 5-6 bedroom house and all that, your utility bill is going to kick your butt. So all that stuff don't impress me. Now, you making big dollars, you're not worried about a utility bill. But I'm really impressed when people say, you know what, I live off cash. I pay cash. You go pay cash for a car. Now we talking. Now that's the way I want to live. That's me. Money in the bank. I pay cash for a 2023 car. Now that's the life I want to live. But, even when, say things are a little bit tight for you right now, that's the key. Don't say, I don't have no money, or I'm broke, or I'm check to check. When you speak those words, it ignites something, and it's just not good. I had to do this when I always refer back to having cancer, and I always will, because that's the miracle of my life. I always wonder about that, because I might say stuff on Facebook. I'm a volunteer for American Cancer Society. Since COVID, we haven't been doing much, but every year I would do this annual fair where we would help underserved and uninsured women. They would come in and get their mammograms and different things to help prevent breast cancer and other illnesses. So I would sit at the American Cancer Society table and pass out literature and talk to people. But I don't like Facebook, so I shouldn't say I don't like it. It just doesn't serve me well. It just seemed like a bunch of pictures and a bunch of fake shit. I don't like fake shit. So anyhow, anyway, I wonder, do people say, there she go again, talking about that breast cancer? They may even say it on here. But, I have to, because and forgive me for cursing and going into God, but Sometimes I have a little bit of a potty mouth. When God delivers you from something, it's your ministry, whether you want it or not. Do you know how many people, they lose a child, or the child was missing, they never find them, or their child was murdered, God forbid. I hate stuff like that. Ugh! But they take that and they make it their ministry. They take their child's life and make it a ministry. They really do. They make it a foundation. They do a scholarship after them, or they go help other mothers who lost children to gun violence or violence. And they, this is what they say. Some things are so bad, but we can make it for good. And that's why I feel, as a black woman, African American woman, whatever you want to call me, who had breast cancer at 36 years old, I have to tell my story because I'm saving lives. If somebody see me now, many years later, who survived breast cancer twice, and I look healthy, they will go and get their mammogram because they too want to live. God allows things to happen to us so we can be a light. It's not always about your stuff. It's about helping the next woman or man. So I will always tell that story, and I don't care what people think because it was given to me. And I have to make good out of it. But I have to be grateful that I'm on here doing this podcast. So it's a miracle. When I was sick, they told me it was very aggressive. It's a very aggressive tumor. We have to give you chemotherapy right away. This is why I don't have children. They were like, you can still have kids, but we need to get the eggs now, and we need a sperm donor, we need some sperm, okay, to preserve this egg. During that moment, I was in between relationships, okay? I had broken up with somebody, and there was nobody I would dare ask to do that. Plus, as women, we know we have to wait until the egg is there, which is after the menstrual cycle. So I had to wait I guess maybe 3 weeks. I can't remember. It was definitely more than 1 week. And I talked to my doctor. I'm like, now, how aggressive is this tumor? My mother had breast cancer. I know other women who have had cancer. I lost my grandmother to uterine or ovarian. This was in the 1950s. She passed way before I was born. So I know a little bit about cancer. I know it's very scary, and I knew I didn't want to succumb to it. So I'm like, how aggressive is it? My doctor at the time, Dr. Williams, she's Northwestern Hospital. Hello, Chicago. I love that hospital. They helped save my life and prolong my mom's life. Dr. Williams, how much time do I have to shrink this thing? She said, if it was me, I said, what would you do? She said, if it was me, I would start that chemo immediately. So I had to forfeit the egg thing. And plus, I really didn't have anybody, who you going to ask, okay? So I just went through the chemo and got it done. I just went and had the chemo done so I could shrink the tumor, which it did do. So at first, when I was diagnosed, I was hot. I'm just pissed off. My doctor said, if you didn't have breast cancer, you are in perfect shape. I was under, not underweight, but the right weight, no body fat. Everything was right, like a good heart. He said, you could run a marathon. So that, I'm like, well, that's good because that means my body's strong to fight, which it was. Thank you, God. But then I got mad over the kid part. I never was the type that wanted 3, 4, 5 kids, maybe one. I just was like, I don't know if other women out there can relate to me. Of course they can. I never was the woman that I want a baby. That was never me. As a young girl, as a teen, as a 20-some-year-old, it was like, if it happens, it happens. Now, when I got to the love of my life, later in life, I would have had 5 babies with him. That's just how much I loved him, and how good he is as a dad. So, I don't know, ladies, does it depend on who you with? Because with him, I would have cranked out babies with no problem. But with them other guys, no thank you. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. But when they told me the tumor was fast growing, I had to visualize myself running a race, and I would do this every day. I'm running a marathon, and I won, and I hit that, you know how you tear the ribbon or whatever they call it. And that's how I visualize myself. And so then I started visualizing myself going back to the doctor and them saying, the cancer is gone and you are in full remission. And that is exactly what happened to me both times. But you would not hear me going around saying, I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm not going to make it. I'm never going to make it through this. And I know when I told people I had cancer, they gave me that funny look like, girl, you out of here. You know, because it's ignorance, and not ignorance where I'm trying to insult people, but ignorance because they knew their cousin had cancer. He died. Their grandmother died from cancer. This person died from cancer, but it's cancer of the pancreas. It's cancer of the liver, cancer of the bladder, colon cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer, leukemia. It's so many forms, skin cancer. So just because you hear the C word, don't go throw somebody in the grave. Maybe educate yourself about cancer. Just read the statistics. 89.7% of people, I have to say people because some men end up with breast cancer, can survive after 5 years of having breast cancer. So know your statistics before we just, doom somebody to doom. But power of the freaking lips. You got to watch what you say. You're not married. Oh, I'm never going to get married. All these men are cheaters. These women, they just want your money. Ain't nobody out here. I'm never getting married. When you speak like that, you're going to get exactly what you say. So we have to watch our words. It is frustrating. I already know. It's been a weird dating relationship thing for me. Never in 1,000.17 trillion years would I say that I would be unmarried at this age, because I grew up like many of you. My parents were together until my dad died. And I should say passed away. Sounds so bad. Passed away. And I believe in love. I believe in, one person and being married. But look at it. Sometimes life don't go the way we plan. And I'm telling you, if you could watch the words you say, and I'm throwing in something else a little different, bloom where you are. Okay, let's go back to the money. Maybe the money is not where you want it to be. What can you do to improve your situation? Can you stop spending? Can you do the side hustle? And when you do your side hustle, give it time. I tell everybody my story about being a therapist part-time. 2018, I had 2, 3, 4 clients a week. 2019, maybe 4 to 5 a week. Now I'm up. 2020, COVID hit. It's a little shaky right now because I've taken some time off, a little bit of time off. And once summer hit, my clients get weird. But I'm just going to count my clients from last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 10 clients this week. No, that wasn't last week, this week. So I went from 3 to 4 to 10. And sometimes it can get as high as 12 or 13, which I'm part-time, and that's enough. I don't need no more because that's when you start burning out. But I'm saying everything takes time. It's not an instant thing. Sometimes you just got to stay the course. Keep doing what you're doing is going to improve. With your money, look at your credit cards. I'm doing the same thing because I've been a bad girl. But you do want to keep them under 30% of usage. That's what I'm looking at now. Looking at all my stuff. I'm like, okay, I need to pay this off, pay this down, pay this off, pay this down. Do that. Okay. And some people that have financial trouble, I notice what they do. The ones that complain to me, I'll say, do you do a budget? No. Well, what the heck? If you don't know what you got coming in and you don't know what you have coming out, how do you expect to have money? That's just being irresponsible. Some stuff is like immaturity to me, especially when you're older. When I say older, I always think 35 or older. That's mature. That's a mature age. However, I know some 20-year-olds that's destroying things. They got it going on. They don't play with their money. So it's really not even age. It's just Focus. Always know, write down all your bills. You don't even have to do spreadsheets. Everybody do spreadsheets, which is fine. I'm old school. I write it down. That way I can look at it when I need to. Highlight it. I put the date I paid. I don't care. It might be old school, but it really works for me. I've been doing this for years. So I do what works for you. Do what works for you. Do your checkbook. This stuff really helps. But you gotta know your money at all times, even when you don't have that much for right now, because it's gonna increase if you start those good habits. As far as your health, be meticulous. Be consistent with drinking your water, taking your vitamins, doing some exercise. It's summertime. Get out there, do a 30-minute walk. I just bought this strength training book, and oh my God, I'm looking at this stuff they want you to do. I done got discouraged, you all. I'm like, I don't want to do no. And I know how to do those exercises, mountain climber pulls and burpees. I'm like, I hate that stuff. But you know what? Maybe I don't need to do that. I'll just stick with what I'm doing. My little cardio stuff, walking, treadmill, and then I do the weights in my building here. I'm at Planet Fitness too. I think I'm going to stick with that for now. I don't feel like doing no mountain climber pulls and burpees. And that's okay. Do what you want to do as long as it's something. And about the relationship stuff, to me, that's always something, that's a variable. Like, can you force yourself to meet somebody? Can you make somebody do this and that? No, but you can show love to yourself. That's what I do. I just treat myself good and enjoy where I am for now. And I already know that piece is going to get worked out. But watch what you say, man. If you want to have a good life, you got to start thinking good words. I don't say nothing when I hear people say that unless they real close to me. I just don't want to be that person that go around. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't say that. Nobody likes that person. But I hear it and I cringe. But I will tell my clients that. I will suggest, be careful what you say because it becomes your reality. My channel, Dreams Are Reality. That's why I created it, because dreams are reality. Your words are reality. There is so much power in the tongue. Why not speak words of affirmation? Why not speak words of hope? Why not? If you're gonna speak, you might as well speak good. It just don't make no sense, especially if you're older. We know better. A lot of this is habits, but change your habits. I don't want to be like that. I don't have no money. It just pains me to hear that. And you know what? I hear it a lot in my own race. It's just disturbing. It's disturbing. And some people that do that, believe it or not, they have money. They just mismanaging it. And they're saying that and making it their reality. All righty. Ooh, I went 18 minutes. Now, you all know that subject really means something to me. Okay, I'm out of here. Take care. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all for your beautiful words this week. It was a little bit of a rough week. And I've been sleeping a lot, so that tells me it's been kind of heavy. But hey, I'm doing a little better. Thank you all again. Take care. Bye-bye.